Okay. Hey guys, it's Danny Deals here. Welcome to another exciting electric live stream. Oh boy, oh boy. Um, we are talking about, of course, about SOFI Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol SOFI. It is June 7th, 2023, about just before 8 a.m. out here on the beautiful Pacific Coast. Out here in dreary, almost rainy Los Angeles, California, um, making it about 11 a.m. out in NYC. Hope it's a great day wherever you guys are, folks. Wanted to talk with you about the SoFi stock, of course. Let me share my browser here, just doing some reading on the articles out there. And guys, we are back to this very, very typical SoFi pattern that those of us that have owned the stock for some time and been flabbergasted and infuriated by this turbulent and tumultuous and disappointing price action over the last, say, year and a half. We have gotten to know this pattern very, very well. So the stock opens up. Um, it says it opens at 786, but that's a little the stock really opened down, um came down to 775, and then you see this immediate spike. This lasts exactly 15 minutes on the algo. Like, this is the same thing it did, and then it just sells off hard for approximately the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And then under normal circumstances, with this turd, what you would see is then you would see a bit of a spike for like the next hour up until about this area. Then the algo would take hold of the stock, trade it flat, and then about an hour to 45 minutes before the end of the day, it would start to try to push the stock back down to the same level that it opened at, back here. Um, so what we're seeing, guys, after that sort of insane rush of dumping after the earnings report on the bullshit downgrades by the Chia Pet at Wedbush in what I believe to be, I have no proof, but just in my opinion, looking from the outside, to be illegal coordination between short sellers. I think it's a fixed market. I think this entire short attack sell-off was planned before the earnings report, because in my opinion, that earnings report was certainly not anything that supported a 30% sell-off on the stock. um, Hello, good morning, M. Russo 215. Thanks for joining us, John Rodriguezu. That's kind of a hard name to say, John, but I'm doing my best. It's going to the moon over the short long hold. Absolutely, John. I am holding tens of thousands of shares. I This is one of my largest holdings, and it's certainly my largest holding by far for you know, a pre-profit growth stock. I have a good amount of my portfolio tied up in this thing, and I plan to have it there for a long, long time. Again, I was talking about yesterday. If you've never seen Joseph Hogue, I believe is his name, on YouTube. He's a bald guy. I don't know if he's bald or shaves his head, but he's kind of a soft-spoken guy. He's famous for wearing a bow tie. Um, Absolutely one of the best YouTubers with the most integrity. The guy you see in the back, he was in the Marines, and I know you could be in the Marines and be a good or bad person, doesn't necessarily prove, but this guy is just rock solid. He was really known for his advice on dividend investing. I've also seen him look at some penny stocks, some blue chip stocks, but he's just one person I have a huge amount of respect for. And if you look at his channel, he did an analysis on like the top 5 stocks to hold forever, long term. He went through every single stock in the stock market, bunch of different metrics, looking at growth stocks that he wanted. The number one stock he picked to own forever was SoFi Technologies Incorporated. And you see this type of analysis. Look at Fiorio on on YouTube. He goes on with I think it's SoFi Weekly, and he also writes a lot of articles over at Seeking Alpha. Guys, I just people ask me what sites I use. I don't get paid by any sites. I don't get paid by anyone. I am a greeter over at Walmart. I love the job. Um, just hello, hello. But in any case, guys, I don't get paid by anyone to do anything on YouTube. Not a penny. Not from a site. Not from this. I'm never gonna pump a stock for money. If this turd of a channel ever does make any money, I would be shocked. Good morning, SoFi 2050 1SG Premium Collector. What's going on, my friend? Good morning. Welcome and hello and hello and welcome, welcome and hello. As my godmother Gail King used to say, welcome and hello and hello and welcome. Um, so, guys, SoFi Technologies, again, as we expect, it bottoms out there, and then what it would normally do is this sort of hump pattern. I call it the old hump. It's just like the top of a football. Very, very controlled by the algo. The problem the market makers have been having the last few days as the stock broke through sort of upward. The upward bounds of the resistance to the upside. Anyway, I'm a little bit tongue tied this morning. Just getting going on my espresso here, guys. My brain, unfortunately, is a little bit caffeine dependent. I'm trying to break that, but with mixed results. So bottoms up. In any case, guys, so there were two wedges basically in place on the SoFi stock. One longer term, one shorter term, and so, guys, this was the shorter term wedge that had been going back about 6 months. This was the longer term wedge that had been going back for several years. This was the resistance we hit at $6.50. And these are the moving averages, the 50-day, the 10-day, and then in light gray, a little bit hard to see, that's the 200-day. And we saw these just get blown up. Usually there would be some resistance there would be some fight there, but it just absolutely got blown up. And the reason it got blown up was basically volume. I mean, algos and market makers can only control so much, especially when there are other market makers and with their own algos on the other side of that trade pushing the other way. um, what you end up with is a situation where the algo yesterday started trying to trade the stock sideways at $6.50. If you look at the last 3 days, the stock basically stepped up in 25-cent increments. $7 algo traded it sideways. Then the next day, 9.25 algo traded it sideways. That would have been what would have been Monday. And then yesterday it did its pump, did its dump, and then the algo tried to trade the stock sideways at $7.50, but it didn't work. The stock traded upward instead of bleeding down and to the right, the stock went up and to the right. And that's because, there's sustained buying pressure on volume. So yesterday was a slow day, 56 million shares. Before that, 70 million, 63 million, 108 million, 152 million shares traded. So, guys, it's going to be important to see if we're going to get a continuation of this rally. Are we going to stay up above that 60 million shares traded range? If we fall back down into the 30 million shares traded range, 35 million, God forbid, even into the 20 millions, that'll mean that the algo and the bears are really taking more control of the stock. If we see volume continue to be strong and hopefully steady, I don't want to see 150 million shares traded. I don't want to see panic and euphoria. I want to see new money coming into the stock. I want to see shorts covering. I want to see smart retail investors stop buying call options and just start putting their money into long shares. Um, and if we do that, and if people keep doing that, this stock I think will go up to its fair value, which I believe right now is $9.75. People are talking about, well, can we break through 10? Can we break through 15? Absolutely we can, but the company has to make money. The company has to have a bigger earnings surprise. It's not enough to say, hey, we put out this moderate number of like -7 cents and we got -5 cents. Noto always dials up those incremental earnings beats, and God bless him. I think the guy's doing an incredible job as CEO, and I admire his command of the numbers and his ability to pinpoint. Like SoFi can basically pinpoint exactly what their earnings are going to be by tweaking certain numbers. It's just, it's a very controllable business. They can decide, should we make a few more loans? Should we make a few less loans? Should we give a little bit more stock-based compensation this quarter or a little bit more next quarter? So it's not as if this is all just sort of this arbitrary organic earnings every single quarter. This is very controlled, orchestrated, scripted growth. They can add more growth by doing more advertising campaigns in a certain quarter. Maybe another quarter, the growth is slowing down a little bit. They want to conserve some more money, get their capital ratios stronger because they anticipate more loans and growth, say, in the fourth quarter when NFL season is there. And perhaps they have it timed so everything comes together in the fourth quarter. SoFi Stadium is humming. Football season is humming. They launch new ad campaigns. They give new larger incentives. They grow more, and that's the quarter. They're also able to dial up that net profit as Noto expects. Now, a lot of people are saying that they're going to dial up the net profit in Q3. And guys, I've said in my last few videos, my under over on the net profit in Q3 is like a 50-50 right now. I believe it is incredibly possible that SoFi gets there. And guys, just as we predicted in this normal, the stock rallies quickly. Now, from here, what we would normally see, guys, let me just pop this back out, is we would then see this flatten off, make like the top of a football. It would trade flat here, and then it would start to tail off. There would be a little sell off, and then just a tiny pop there at the end to get back to basically where the stock opened. Guys, we've seen that pattern millions and millions of times, and I always comment online. I'm like, it's so guys, I'll get to some comments here in 1 second, but it's so easy to predict. The market makers buying a little bit at the beginning, causing retail to come in, causing retail to buy. Think, oh, SoFi's going to rally to, because they were born that day and they've never seen the stock before. Then they start to sell off, start to cause a panic. They're like the same people who just bought. Oh my God! Or they're stupid enough to set a stop loss that's tight, a tight trailing stop loss on a volatile growth stock, which you have to be kind of an idiot to do, but there's a lot of us idiots out there. There's some of us born every day. And then, the stock would sell back off. I don't know, usually, and it would usually be somewhere 20 cents, 30 cents, some days 50 cents. It just depended on what the market makers were trying to do that day, what they were trying to accomplish. Were they trying to kill options? Were they trying to help options? Were they trying to, short the stock? Did they want to cause panic so they could get people to, panic sell down there on the dip, and then they could cover? There's all kinds of things market makers do. I'm not really smart enough to understand all that. I don't even try to understand it. I just know when market makers crash a really good company for no reason, that's my time to buy. And I don't sell. My algo is set on stupid. It's stuck on stupid, not slightly stupid like the band, but completely stupid. I don't sell stocks, guys. I find great companies, and as long as I have my conviction there, I invest money that I can afford to invest for the long term. If you can't afford to invest money for the long term, then you can't afford to invest that money, guys. If you need money right away, it should not be in the stock market. That's just my opinion. I know there's a lot of day turders and swing turders out there that would disagree with me. And looky here, guys. SoFi stock is starting to rally again. Now, we have to see, are we going to rally and push back and go through 8? We touched 8. We didn't touch 8. I think we touched like $7, and where were we? No, we did touch 8. We did touch 8. So, guys, I think we're gonna push through 8 today. I mean, that's my sense. Guys, tell me in the comments. Are we gonna break down $8 today? I think it could easily happen. Volume looks pretty strong. We're just trading like 15 to 20,000 shares a tick, 5,000. As long as this thing's trading, 3,000, 5,000 shares a tick. I think the bulls are going to be in charge of the stock. When bears get in charge of the stock, they are able to kill volume, volume completely out of the stock at certain moments and just kill rallies, kill momentum, push the stock down when they want. And guys, it's not working anymore because, even today, it's not an extremely heavy volume day. If you look at it in the context of, recent trading, that was a lot heavier, obviously. Around the turn of the month. But, guys, 25 million shares in the first hour and a half of trading is nothing to sneeze at. We should be well over 50 million shares today, which leads me to believe the momentum, the new money coming into the stock continues. I think a lot of people who panic sold are regretting that decision and now buying back at a loss, which is very unfortunate. I don't recommend ever panic selling unless there is a really good reason to do so, because it is probably market makers trying to get you to dump at the bottom and lose money, and they know you're weak and stupid and will buy back later. Guys, let me take a look at some of these comments here. Um, and then I want to run you over to this article on Seeking Alpha, penny stocks today, SoFi Technologies student loan return is a turning point. Good article. If you guys are so inclined, I recommend you run over to Seeking Alpha and give it a read. Tell them Danny Deals sent you. Won't get you a discount, won't get you a free trial, won't even get you a free cup of coffee or bowl of soup. But and I don't know who you'd tell because it's online, but you can just mutter something to yourself and see if that gives you any satisfaction or discounts. Probably not. So I think the future of brick and mortar will be going. Yeah, I think you're right, John, because um, over like technology is getting better and better, and there are only certain things that you need to go into a bank branch for. So over time, those things are going to go away. Like, now I need cashier's checks. Like, I need to physically deposit certain checks that, online check, like, I forget what they call it, online deposit with your phone. They won't accept certain accounts. I'm not even able to link like certain banks like City National and like banks that really cater to business accounts. Like everything's still done kind of old school. Like these are prime candidates to be upgraded to Galileo, to let, because people who own businesses like me and also manage businesses for others like me, just because we have business accounts doesn't mean we want to go into these, large, austere branches and big, sandstone buildings with ornate columns and, wait in line and, have all of everything echo off the marble floors. And, we don't want that. We want to sit in our office and deposit our check. We want to be able to make secure pay. Have you tried to send a wire lately? Or I mean, it is completely impossible. Like for a while, Bank of America, I remember, was not letting us send wires online. The wire amount limit was like $5,000. They were having so many problems with fraud. And I think the reason banks have such a problem with fraud, I mean, that when I was talking to you guys about all the problems Apple is having with their savings account, which is not an Apple account because Apple's not a bank, it's a Goldman Sachs turd account, just branded with Apple. So they tried to put lipstick on that turd, but it's still a turd when you go ahead and, kiss it. So people found out like, hey, this is just another crappy product from Goldman, just like Marcus was a crappy product that failed from Goldman. Like now Apple's involved, and I remember everybody said, oh, SoFi's going out of business. That's it. Apple's just like they already put Tesla out of business with the Apple car. So now SoFi's out of business because Apple's in banking. It's like, give me a break, guys. Like, you know, so people couldn't get their money out of the Apple account. And it's antiquated, it's bad technology. If I know anything about Goldman Sachs, they gave their executives and vice presidents and, department heads huge bonuses, and they did not upgrade their software. They don't lay the foundation. That's where SoFi is so good at, building their house out of bricks, building the foundation before building the company. Look at a company like a firm, or, you know, they just got this huge boost today because Amazon started using Affirm as a payment option on their checkout. And people were like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, the stock is up. I don't know how much, it's up huge today. Let's take a look at this turd. Um, Okay, so guys, it's up 13%. A firm's market cap is over 5 billion. So it's basically almost the same market cap as SoFi. And fair enough, they did similar growth, like 870 to 135, and SoFi was like 997 to 15 or something like that. And then, but quarterly, guys, their growth has completely vanished. Like where SoFi is still growing, 30 million dollars on the top line every single quarter, and then their profits have completely disappeared. Like they were earning, you know, negative 186 million, then negative 322 million, and then this last quarter, they lost 300 million dollars. I don't know where their Q1 is. It's not in here. They had a good quarter in Q1. I know they did get a good earnings beat, but they still lost a ton of money. The bottom line, I mean, they lost. It would have been like a similar amount of money that they lost in Q2. So I don't know. Maybe they lost about 200 million. The data's not up there. I could take a look at it. But guys, the point is, this company is a huge turd. Like SoFi's about to make a profit, and a firm's up 13% because they made a deal with Amazon. Well, I mean, guys, I said you cannot make money loaning making loans for consumer goods to broke, unemployed people who can't afford what they're buying. Like, if you live in a trailer park with a leaky roof, you should not be buying a Peloton bike on credit. You should not be buying a Tesla on a $900 a month lease. Like, you should get your trailer park roof fixed so it doesn't leak on you. Get your priorities straight, get your money right. You might, instead of buying that crappy bike or whatever shite you're gonna buy on Amazon, like a new Vitamix or a new like $600 indoor toaster oven, the foodie, the cookie, the dumb. You don't cook anyway, you lazy sack of turds. Like, stop buying all these stupid gadgets on credit where you're gonna pay later. Because you don't pay later. Stock Karen says you don't end up paying for any of this crap because you're a bunch of losers. You can't make money loaning to these people because, yes, when the COVID pandemic was there and the government was just giving everyone trillions of dollars, everyone could just buy everything. Everybody had a new leather sofa, a new 80-inch TV, a new PlayStation 5, and it was great because you didn't have to pay your rent. You had triple unemployment benefits coming in. You were getting tipped like $20 an order for your Uber Eats job. And these are the type of people a firm lends to. They're cabbage. These are low end people, low class people. It's the same type of people that invest in a firm. Complete losers, deadbeats, flatliners. The type of people that invest in SoFi are the same type of people that use SoFi, guys. We are the winners. We are the attractive people. We hey guys, also I just wanted to let you know I did wear my Stock Karen shirt today, and I do want to speak with your manager. I have a complaint. You are not doing your assigned task at work. You are watching this horrible live stream. You're horrible, horrible people. But guys, so Amazon adds a firm providing customers and merchants with another flexible payment option. The problem is, guys, this will get volume up. But what kind of turds are they lending to? Like, these loans are going to go bad, and there's a ton of demand for money coming out of, I believe it was Upstart, and they also loan to turds. Like, these are the kind of people that get loans at the checkout option of online stores. These are not SoFi customers. SoFi customers borrow a minimum of $50,000. They have minimum credit scores around 750. Okay, guys, they have average income or over $160,000. Could you imagine making that kind of cheddar? You're making that kind of cheddar where you can get a loan from SoFi? Guys, if you can qualify for a loan from SoFi, please poke me on Friendster and consider loaning me 5 dimes at 2.5 points a week. Last week I was offering to pay 2 points a week vigorish. Today I am getting just a little bit more desperate. My grandmother needed her own Social Security check this week or this month. I'm sorry. So if I would be willing to pay 2.5 points a week, poke me on Friendster if anybody is interested and has some kizzish to loan old Danny Deals. I have to make a payment on my 1998 Yugo that I drive. It's a 3-cylinder. It is a beaut, guys. I don't have a car payment, and if you know anything about the Yugo, It's Yugoslavian engineering at its best. Sorry guys, again, still I gotta go make some more espresso. Yeah, Noah Joa is gonna loan me the money. He's gonna meet me at the liquor store in San Pedro. Yes, just bring the money in a in and out bag, preferably stained with some grease from a delicious double double that you've enjoyed by while waiting for me because I'm gonna be late. But no, guys, seriously, I don't need a loan because my SoFi stock has been going through the roof. I'm up like 100 G's in the last week, so I should be loaning you guys money. That's like, it's like Seinfeld. LJ, I should be loaning you money. He's like, what does that mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything. But that's Uncle Leo, guys. So a firm's up 13% on this news that they signed up with Amazon. This kind of reminds me of the deal where John Ramsey, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. My thoughts, penny for my thoughts. That's perhaps more than they're worth. You're going to have change coming. But guys, we don't have a hay penny anymore. They're thinking about, taking out change, taking out the penny. They say it's useless. It costs more than a penny to make. I'm going the other way. I say bring back the hay penny. I mean, I want to be able to tip people on those takeout orders, just flip them a hay penny and, say, hey, thanks, guy. I appreciate you. Here's a hay penny for your effort. Um, Guys, a firm is just going nuts. Why didn't I buy this turd? I'll tell you why. Because it's a complete piece of crap, and I don't buy crap. I buy quality. I buy SoFi. Um, okay, guys, let's take a look. Obviously, SoFi is not up 13% today, but let's face it, it is up like what 50% in the last couple weeks. So I'm not going to complain, guys. And this is kind of what I said was going to happen. So the stock shoots back up, and then they try to kill the volume before it reaches that previous high, and then the algo is going to try to trade this turd sideways. I don't think it's going to be able to do it. I think we're going to keep seeing buying pressure. But guys, volume has slowed way down. And that's what you see happens when the algo and the bears take back control of the SoFi stock is the volume slows way down and you get these extremely similar size volume candles day and see you see the algo just locked in right there, guys. The algo just locked in at $7.84. And look at that level, guys. Algo is hitting resistance, is creating resistance there at $7.84. Then the algo is creating support here. 784 flips to resistance, 784 then here. So guys, today's pivot point, much like yesterday, was 775. Today's pivot point is $7.84 right now. That's going to be a critical level, guys. We just pushed back. You notice we fell down below the 50-day moving average up here at $7.86, broke down below the 200-day moving average at about 776 on this giant red candle. Two huge red candles, big dump there from market making turds and sharts. And then, of course, the 10-day moving average has been testing us, but recovered back above the 10-day, recovered back above the 200-day, and then recovered back above the 50-day. And we're chasing the stock back up right now, guys. Up 21 cents, 2.71%. Things are looking very, very strong. Buying pressure resumes. The NASDAQ is down today. No one is selling the SoFi stock, guys. Why? The why is very simple, guys. If you really look at the structure of this company, everything they do makes money. Software, the Galileo side, that's going to have huge margins. Noto just said they're talking to 12 major customers. Guys, if they sign one or two major national banks like a Citi or a Wells Fargo, it's game over, guys. I mean, Galileo then becomes, I think, will be, I said this before, but I think in, 5 to 10 years, Galileo is going to be worth way more money than this whole market cap. I think Galileo is like the sleeping giant, the 800-pound gorilla in the room that nobody's talking about. Like Galileo, I think in the long term could be an even much bigger, more important business than SoFi, the financial side. And I know that's opposite right now, and you might think, um, let's see here. Let's just take a look at the comments because I have not acknowledged you folks in a long time. And let's face it, without you guys, I'm just talking to myself like I normally do. And my girlfriend's dog Cutes isn't here for me to talk to Cutes. And I can't really talk to Stock Karen because she just doesn't understand me. But so guys, up 21 cents, 275. Let's take a look at the comments. Yeah, brick and mortar will be going away. Completely agree, John. Technology is going to take care of that. The rents are massive. It's completely inefficient. You pay a bunch of employees who are not helpful and just frustrate customers and don't do anything. If you put that money into technology, into hiring US based customer service people who can actually help you quickly over the phone or better yet in chat in your app. Eric Landis, good morning, Danny. Long many shares. In addition, sold my January 25 5 leaps and bought the same amount of long shares. Yeah, I really appreciate it, Eric. I completely agree with you. I'm just not an options guy. I do own a couple of SoFi leaps. I kind of bought in all the hysteria. I was watching. I was up late, couldn't sleep, watching Invest with Henry, and I was like, I'm gonna get stupid rich. Like so stupid. Like I'm so stupid. I think I'm gonna get rich with options. You know what? I'm a hammer swinger, guys. I'm a blue collar guy. I worked my way up. I didn't work for Goldman Sachs. Um, you know, I'm not. I don't have that level of sophistication where I'm trying to do these like weekly options trades. Now, I will sell some covered calls. I will hedge with some options if I'm going into say an earnings report with a big like if I'm invested in PaySafe, I'm always hedging like more than 100% because that stock's like my white whale. It just crushed me from eight. I like you're like you moron. You invest in PaySafe. Like yep. I don't have much there, but obviously nobody has much because whatever you had's been taken down to zero. But my point is there are uses for options, but it's not a long if you want to be a long-term investor in a company and you just want to go long, just buy the shares. Like that's all they can't be manipulated, they can't be taken away. There's no time decay, there's no market makers manipulating you. Just buy the shares and just hold them, just put them away. Just stop obsessing over the price action. It doesn't matter. Like, guys, if you're one of those people who watches and lives and dies by the daily price action, look at where you were, guys. You were just at 650. It was going up before earnings. You were happy. You were excited. You were fulfilled. You were validated. Your self esteem went from like a 0 to a 1. And then the stock crashes down to 4 for no reason. It's still the same company. It's like if you're still invested. It still has the same numbers, the same growth, the same earnings, the same management. Um, Nothing has changed. Only thing that's changed is market makers decided to do a big short attack on the stock and, decided, hey, we can pick the pockets of emotional, skittish retail people who will have set stop losses and who will panic sell. And then, sure enough, all you had to do was just hold your shares, just set it and forget it. And now those shares that you had at 650 would now be worth $8. But if you dumped them on panic down below 5, now you're probably buying back in on FOMO. Those are the two emotions. That's all market makers need to control a lot of you weak sheep. FOMO and panic selling. Like they're both fear, they're the opposite kinds of fear. One's that euphoric, oh, the crowd is leaving, I don't want to miss out. It's like when you're going into like a comedy show or a concert and even if you have assigned seating, everybody's trying to like combine into that little funnel where you're going to enter the thing and there's like a couple bouncers there and they're just looking at you like, you losers. You all have BO and you're all wearing these stupid rayon shirts and, little, claw chains, like earthy men's jewelry, you D-bags. And the bouncer's just looking at, why are you idiots pushing against each other? Like, we're not even opening the doors for 15 minutes. Um, I don't really know where I was going with that, guys. I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm a little. Let's go back to some comments. Eric Landis, I completely agree with you. You are absolutely brilliant, sir, because you and I think exactly alike. And anyone who thinks just like me must be, just a freaky genius or absolutely criminally insane or both. Noah Joa. There you are, brother. I will meet you behind that dumpster, not for the purposes one might infer, but just to borrow that cash in the in and out bag. And again, because you did agree the other day, I'm only paying you 2 points a week, sir, which is still over 100% interest and very good. But SoFi doesn't give you that much interest. They can't give you 2 points a week, but they give you more than 2 points a year. So, Noah, if I don't end up needing to borrow that money, I would highly encourage you to buy SoFi stock. Now, this isn't financial advice, guys. I never give financial advice, but buy SoFi stock. I'm telling you to buy SoFi stock. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I would never, ever give financial advice, guys, but buy SoFi stock. Buy it hand over fist. Buy it as fast as you can. I'm not qualified to give you financial advice, but yet I do. And again, I just one of the funniest things is I think the YouTube people they all have like a law degree. They're like auditors, like the auditors of YouTube. They're like, oh, name and badge number, name and badge number. It's like, what? Who the hell are you? It's like, but anyway, like a lot of these guys, like they give you this like legal disclaimer. They're like, my lawyers have told me like this is not financial advice. Like I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed. I may have been licensed. I'm not licensed now. It's like I used to teach mathematics at the high school level, at the junior high school level. I have a cat. I think that qualifies me. I think that pretty much makes me a economics professor. It's like, and then they go, well, I'm not giving financial advice. And then they proceed to give you 10 or 20 minutes of financial advice. And it's like, I am giving you financial advice, but I'm telling you, I'm just a guy like any guy giving you my opinion. It's you could call it advice, you could call it opinion. Obviously, I'm heavily invested. I'm not doing anything in secret. I'm not like trying to pump the stock and then sell it out from under you or one of these Patreon things where, like so these criminal guys on YouTube who are just complete scam artists. They give one tip to their Patreon and then they're selling out from under their own group and they're screwing their own group while they're collecting money or they're, one day they're like, stock ho, he's like pumping these horrible cryptocurrencies and he's telling everybody to, buy Neo hand over fist. Like, I taught math at the junior high school. It's like, listen, guy, I don't care. You are playing slow ball. Like, you don't know what the F you're talking about. And it's quite clear to me that you should go back to high school. A lot of these guys, and then, the other guys who are telling you, buy options, buy options, buy options. That's a smart thing. I'm telling you, most of the people in retail, they're not smart enough. They don't have the time to actively manage these strangles and these different trades. It's like, we have a 99% success rate this year. We're making 400% with no risk. I don't know if that sounds good. Like, I'm going to just hand you $1 million in cash in a briefcase. Does that sound good? Like, everyone else is getting, killed on these options, but we're just going to do a little strangle. Probability of success, 98%. Probability of failure, 0. Probability I'm always on vacation, 100%. And it's like all these guys are just completely full of shit. And then, I'm saying these option strategies do work, but if you want to invest long in SoFi, just don't pay any attention to that. Buy long shares. Guys, you could have just been loading the boat in the fours. Are you kidding me? Everybody was saying, "Oh, this is going to go to 250," and people on this is going to go to 2. What are you talking about, guys? This a-hole from Wedbush, Chiavarini, the Chia Pet, he's calling for a market cap, guys, of like less than next year's sales on a company with great gross margins growing at 25 to 30%, guys. Oh, Oh, it grinds my gears, guys. You know what grinds my gears? Everything. Everything these days, guys, because I'm an old, bitter Karen. My stocks are manipulated, my emotions are toyed with, and it's just not fair, guys. But you know what? Life's not fair. You know how you beat them? You know how you beat them? It's very, very simple, guys. You identify a few great companies. For me, it's like most of them are not pre-profit growth stocks. Most of them are, companies like an Amazon, a Google, some of the oil stocks. I've been in some bank stocks. I've been in other energy plays, pipeline plays. I'm in all kinds of stocks. I don't care what it is, guys, if it's going to make me money. But SoFi is the best growth opportunity in the entire stock market right now. Guys, I just want to Let's get back to a couple of these comments. John Ramsey, thanks for sharing your thoughts. Thank you, sir. We got Roy in the house. Who we got? Who we got? Eric, yeah, it should be 11. I think it should be about 10 right now. That's my personal opinion. I think, yes, once we hit a couple quarters of solid net profit, the stock will go back over 15 for sure. But we have to keep up the growth, guys. Noto has to keep delivering on his promises. He's talking about going from 400,000 member ads to 800,000 member ads next year. I think that's extremely ambitious. That's like a Neo like goal. Like, hey, we're building, 1,500 cars this week, but next week we're going to build 25,000 cars. Like, you want to double take that for me? Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, guys, I have come to I have come to not not to doubt Noto when he said he's like, okay, we're gonna shift the whole company. Student loans don't matter. Student loans come back great. We're gonna make even more money. But if they don't, we're just gonna keep winning. We're in the right to win because we're better, we're smarter, we're faster, we're more nimble. We have a better business model. We can adapt on the fly. We have our numbers down pat so many ways that we can just change things and we can analyze what's going to be more profitable for next quarter and next year, and we can make adjustments to our lending criteria on the fly. And we do all these things because we are a future proof, cutting edge company that isn't developed on 1985 technology like all the big banks. It's developed on 2035 technology because Galileo and SOFI are going to run all the information and basically rule the entire financial universe for years to come. Guys, SOFI and Galileo more specifically, and the Technesis, as you know, Galileo is now one with Technesis. They merged under the Galileo umbrella. Galileo is an independently run company. Don't know if you guys know that, but they are out based in Utah, and Technesis was absorbed into Galileo. Their key personnel were merged, and guys, this company is a much more important piece of the puzzle than anyone is giving SoFi credit for. Like, a lot of people think we overpaid. There was too much dilution. I think, paid something $1 billion for Galileo. Look at a firm. Keep going up and up and up. But guys, I just want to take you over and just give you a look at Palantir, guys, just for the sake of argument. Um, okay, Palantir is up at $16 right now, up 50 cents today, and their market cap is $34 billion. Now, I know if you can get Kathy Wood to say your name 3 times and click her heels together, Beetlejuice and Biggie Smalls show up and give you a blumpkin. But in the real world, that's not how things work, guys. You have to have a plan to make money that's sustainable, and your market cap has to reflect reasonable multiples of those future free cash flows. So just keep in mind, SoFi is at a 6 billion market cap roughly, or 7 maybe now, and Palantir is at like 34 billion. So you're talking more than 5 times the market cap of SoFi. And this thing's just a media darling. Everybody's, talking about AI. They just went from 1 to 1.5 to less than 2. SoFi is about to go from less than 1 to 1.5 to 2.1. They, minus billion, minus 500, minus 400. So they're earning about 500, just over 500 million. Their earnings just flipped to positive. So they made 30 million, 16 million. So guys, this company is probably on track if just this trend keeps up to make, $100 million, maybe a little bit more in net income if they're very fortunate, if these things keep up. I know they just have new AI products they're talking about, and Palantir is a great company. I'm not trying to trash Palantir for any reason. But the multiple is just out of whack, guys. It's out of whack. Like, SoFi is growing way faster than this. Like, there's no growth here. Over 4 quarters, they went from 473 to 525, guys. Okay. SoFi, where's SoFi? I can't even find what the hell I'm looking for, guys. I need way more coffee and espresso. I'm going to take a break here, get off this never-ending live stream and go get some more espresso because I've got a headache and I can't think and I just have actual work to do. But SoFi, okay, over 2 quarters, 35. So they've added that $100 million in only 2 quarters, guys. Palantir in 3 quarters can only add $50 million to their top line in 3 quarters from Q2 over to Q1. That's almost a whole year. That's 3 quarters. They added 50 million. SoFi in only 2 quarters from Q2 to Q4 has added 100, almost $90 million to their top line, guys. And I don't have Q1 in front of me. I apologize. But I know they were up at like 470, I think, last quarter. I don't know why Yahoo doesn't update SoFi. They trash SoFi too much. Everyone's against me. My wife, my kids, my boss, the traffic, the weather, my dog. My backhand sucks, guys. My backhand is just falling apart. I keep switching from a one-hander to a two-hander. Then I'm hitting a lot of slice backhands. I'm just all over the place, guys. It's not good, and I'm double faulting. So yeah, I got a lot of problems outside of the stock market. But inside the stock market, guys, inside the lines, inside the X's and O's, where I live, where I make my living with this grill here, I'm on YouTube because I'm up to making $0, and you guys aren't even paying me minimum wage. You guys are violating the labor laws right now. I'm working for you guys. I'm working for you. I'm not getting that $16.50 an hour. I'm not making any tips, guys. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. To quote Bob Wiley, but I'm baby stepping. I'm baby stepping. Guys, let's take a look at where we are right about meow. We are up 22 cents or almost 3% on the day. And again, volume has slowed way, way down. 28.5 million shares. But again, we were at like 25 million shares a half an hour ago. So the pace of trading, the volume, the churn has slowed down. And whenever that slows, that's when you see the dip. When the volume picks back up, that's where the stock will keep going up. Guys, I don't think this is going to be a real dip. I think we're going to blow the doors off $8. You guys need to strap on a Depends adult diaper because when this thing moves through $8, we are probably going to have confetti fall from the skies. It might be a senior moment for some of you. Let's see. Any new comments out here? Anybody watching? We got, looks like 59 people watching the live stream. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Hello and welcome. You are watching Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. My name is Danny Deals. Of course, you know that. For executive producer, Hurricane Lopez, and supervising producer, Stock Karen. We'd like to speak with your manager, and we don't really have any complaints today because the SoFi stock continues the rally, continues to move up, and all is well in SoFi land right now, guys. We have not heard from the Supreme Court. Obviously, that's going to be the next big catalyst. We got Roy in the house. John Rodriguezu, let's start a new preppers saying I grow silver and gold in SoFi. Absolutely, John. I got plenty of ammo, a little bit of food, and a lot of street smarts and abilities. And believe me, I will trade and barter for anything I need. Prep begins right here, guys, by being smarter than the other people, foreseeing the future and acting accordingly, guys. You can only prep if you understand. I don't care if it's a stock market. I don't care if it's for an emergency. And prep smart, guys. You don't prep for that 1 in a billion scenario where you need like 40 years worth of food and you spend your entire children's college fund on, AR-15 ammunition. You're smart. You say, hey, what if the power goes out for a week? Like, what if I'm in the Los Angeles area? It depends where you are. You could have hurricanes, you could have ice storms, if you're in certain places. Our danger here is probably a big earthquake, something along those lines. So you prep accordingly. You say, hey, the government's not always going to be there to have my back, but I'm not going to spend all my resources on something that's completely unlikely, but I'm also not going to just not prep at all and be stupid. So you look at what's likely to happen, the likelihood, and you make plans accordingly. And that's really all you can do, guys. There sometimes in life, very crazy things happen that are completely beyond your control, and you just sort of have to adapt to it, and you have to find solutions. And you have to overcome. So let's see, Roy, 815 is the highest weekly close in over 2 years. Incredibly bullish price action. Absolutely, Roy. I believe we could knock down 815 this week. The amount of shares I bought on that Shiverini day, I really thank that guy. Kudos. Absolutely, Roy. I am in the exact same boat. I added thousands of shares down there in the fours. And obviously, I'm up a ton of money. I'm up. David Chivarini just made me like 50 grand. I mean, that's the truth. Too many of these crooks. Yep. But if you do like you and I did, Roy, it's not a problem. I just feel bad for the people that got caught up in that emotion and dumped their shares in the fours that they just bought in the sixes. Now they're probably buying back in the sevens, and they'll probably dump again if the stock pulls back to the sixes. Guys, your stop losses, your emotions, they don't belong in this trade. Buy some shares when they go low, and then just burn your password, smash your computer with a hammer, take your smartphone and flush it down the toilet, then hit yourself as hard as you can in the head with a baseball bat. When you wake up in a couple of years, SoFi is going to be worth a massive amount of money. Yes, you're going to have missed, your daughter's wedding. You're going to have missed your son's graduation. You're going to be in that coma, but you're better off in that coma than in charge of your own money, guys. Because you just can't be trusted, because you trade like a fearful squirrel on crack rock. You trade constantly. You're always buying and selling stocks for no reason, based on some article you read or something somebody told you or what some big fat blowhard says on YouTube. That's not how to invest, guys. How you invest is you find great stocks and you're very, very selective with your entry points, because as much as I like SoFi, SoFi is not the only great stock in the world. I'll make a video giving you guys like 5 other great stocks over this weekend. And I don't, people like, am I an idiot? I have all my money invested in SoFi. Like, yes, you're an idiot. Like, SoFi can crash anytime, guys. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't foresee it happening, but you never know. There could be some accounting scandal. Like Noto could be a huge. You have no idea, guys. It's not advisable to put all your money in any one stock. I don't care how good the stock is, how safe you think it is. Like, it's not even safe to put your money in the bank. Like, ask some of these people. You think it's safe to put all your money in one pre-profit growth stock that is, one douchebag analyst downgrade away from crashing 30%, guys? Of course not. Be smart. Like, not only should you have a diversified portfolio to some extent. I'm certainly very, very SoFi heavy. Like, I don't have a problem putting, 15 or 20% of my money in one stock if I believe in it as much as I believe in SoFi. I mean, I have probably 10% of all my equity portfolio, including my blue chips, my Tesla, everything in SoFi. I have a big position in SoFi, but I'm not going to put 100% of my money in. And when I say my money, I mean investable money that I don't need right now. I told you before, guys, do not put money that you need over the short term in the stock market. You cannot afford to invest that money, and you cannot afford to lose that money. Only invest money in the stock market that you want to invest for the long term, for your future, and that you're not going to need in the next couple of years. Like, guys, if you're that close to not being able to pay your mortgage or your rent or your bills or your car payment, you have to bite the bullet, and you have to save, and you have to get a side hustle, and you have to earn more money, and you have to be smarter, and you have to cut your expenses. You have to stop buying, two $6 coffees every day. Guys, if you just cut out the Starbucks, if you just change your cell phone plan from one that's $150 a month to one that's $30 a month, I don't know if you guys realize just how much money you can save. Like, look at your, $500 public storage locker that you have old rotting trash in that you're never going to use again. What if you cleared that out and you took that $500 and you invested it in some SoFi shares, guys? What if you look every single stupid flavored calorie laden sugar peppermint coffee drink you buy over the holidays or every other damn day, that's really a milkshake, but you tell yourself it's a coffee, don't we, ladies? Don't we? We drink a 1,400 calorie mocha iced milkshake and we tell ourselves it's a coffee. I haven't had anything to eat today. Why am I gaining weight? Well, because I'm hooning down 1,500 calorie coffees every day, and I'm paying $15 a day for the pleasure plus tip. So that's $20 a day you could cut out just in coffee. All right, that's 3 shares of SoFi right there you could be buying every single day and saving for your future instead of wasting money. Don't tell me you can't afford to invest. Tell me you don't want to make the choices and live the type of lifestyle to give yourself financial freedom because you want to keep up with the Joneses, because you're a big, insecure douchebag, aren't you? Well, guys, we all are. Sometimes we all have moments of weakness. We all want to fit in. We all have insecurities. But I'm telling you, the key to being financially secure and the key to being happy for in many ways in life is just not giving a shit what other people think and deciding what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you secure, what's going to make you not worry about the future. That's saving your money, investing intelligently, and not spending your money on a bunch of useless crap to impress other people who don't give a rat's ass about you anyway. I got news for you. Nobody's impressed. Nobody cares about your, Louis Vuitton bag and your Yves Saint Laurent purse. Nobody cares, guys. And it's that little purse because you couldn't afford the big one. You're not buying your wife that big $6,000 purse. You're getting her that little $1,500 clutch. You can barely see the logo. She has to carry it like this so people can see the gold logo. You loser. Stop it. Save the $1,500. You could have bought 500 shares of SOFI a couple weeks ago. Now you'd have $2,500. You could cash out and at least buy a little medium-sized bag. You stupid head, you turd. Guys, I don't know why I'm so bitter this morning. There's still 58 of you watching. I don't know why. I've been on this chat what I feel like is forever. Guys, let's take one more look at the SOFI stock. Let's take a look at the live short interest. I haven't even done that. I've just been sort of ranting and raving like a lunatic, as is my wont to do. But as we come upon 9 o'clock here, guys, the free float has gone down quite a bit. We're at 30% or at 26% on loan. Short interest has gone down from near 14% to 13. Days to cover has gone down from 7 to 5. Basically, cost to borrow has gone down. Utilization is below 100% now, 92%. Let's see what's going on today. And who was it? It was a guy on StockTwits, Breezy. I can't remember the name, but he's a smart guy. He was explaining, I know this to a degree, but options, there's more than one way to cover. There's more than one way to short. You can short and cover with options. You also can cover with long shares you already own yourself in-house. You can cover your position. So I know that these numbers are not exact, that there's all kinds of things going on behind the scenes. Guys, sorry, I'm sweating, just ranting and raving under these excruciatingly hot, cheap LED eBay lights that I got for like $20. And they, why does my forehead always shine as I get older? Guys, don't get old. It's not all it's cracked up to be. You do not get any wiser. You do not benefit from the experience. You just get more bitter and everything hurts, guys. It hurts. You don't want to get out of bed. You could strain your back tying your shoe. Forget about bowling. You get multiple orthopedic injuries doing a fun bowling night. Oh, jeez. Okay, guys. So the borrowed change is basically flat today, guys. We got 2.45 million shares returned. You got 2.5 million shares borrowed. Net change is 60,000 shares, guys. So the short is basically completely flat. Let's take a quick look over at this article on penny stocks today in Seeking Alpha. SoFi Technologies upgraded to a strong buy. Strong buy due to the resumption of student loan payments, which is expected to boost its profitability. The company is predicted to reach profitability in Q3 earlier than its Q4 expectations as more people may refinance their student loans with SoFi. Completely agree. I think there is an excellent chance we hit a profit in Q3. Oh, there's tons more comments down here. I didn't even know you could scroll down, guys. I have absolutely no idea how to live stream, how to use YouTube. Rolling Dubs. I remember Rolling Dubs from StockTwits. Yes, sir. As you know, I just hooked up. I just got some 26s on my Poop Brown 2012 Honda CR-V. I am rolling. Guys, I can't even drive the vehicle because the tire itself is resting on the wheel well, so I can only leave the vehicle in a stationary position, but I can still bump my stock system. I did get those wheels down at Rent-A-Wheel, guys. As much as I preach fiscal responsibility, I have an $800 a week wheel payment, and I can't meet it, which is why I need to borrow that 5 dimes from Noah Joa behind that liquor store at 2 points a week, and Noah Joa is hooking me up. He's shaving off that half point off the Vigorish because we're friends, guys. Okay, so let's take a look here at some of these comments that I didn't know were here because I am too stupid to scroll down. Do you want to take advice from someone who's too stupid to scroll down and can't even get those words out of his mouth? Well, you do you, guys. We've got 75 people watching this turd, now 69. 69, I don't know why that number keeps popping up, but you guys are perverts. 6 of you just left just to distract me with that number. I'm so juvenile. You turds. You know me all too well. But anyway, guys, I don't remember what I was talking about. I think it's this article. Let me go through the comments. I keep trying to get through this article. Let me run through this, and I'll give some of you turds a shout out. Then I'm gonna cut this piece of turd off and flush the toilet before things just go downhill any further, guys. Because as I ramble on for hours and hours and hours, day after day after day, like a drunken sailor wandering through the desert looking for an oasis, guys, I finally found my oasis. It's $8. What are we doing? What are we doing? What do we got? What do we say? We're at 7.89, up 24 cents, 3.2% on the day, and we're trading sideways, broken above that pivot point at 7.84. We're going to keep moving up here, guys, through $8 today. That's my prediction. I think we're going to close today at 8.04. 8.04. That's my prediction. A lot of you guys think, hey, what are you talking about? You're just throwing out a number. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're absolutely right, guys. Mere speculation, idle speculation. If you think it's going to be another number, you tell me over in the comments. What you say is just as valid as what I say. It carries no weight whatsoever, but I think the stock's going to close at $8.04, and I think we are going to then flip resistance from $8. I think we're going to flip that from resistance to support, and I think the stock goes up from there. I think we're going to be up about $9.75 before the end of the year. And people saying, hey, we should be at 15, we're going to 15. Guys, absolutely. If we hit a net profit, solid net profit in Q3, we're going to bust down 10. We're going to bust down hell. We're going to burn this mother to the ground, guys, to the ground. Let's see, guys. So I still haven't gone over this article. As you guys can see, my mind does not work in an orderly flow. That's why I don't buy and sell stocks that much. I just buy, because if I was buying and selling all the time, I'd just be all over the place. I just buy, I forget it, I set my algo on buy, and stupid. Now's the time to revisit SOFI, especially after the new debt ceiling deal saw a resumption of student loans, student debt financing, a huge chunk of SOFI's business prior to the pause. I expect SOFI to reach profitability in Q3 earlier than its expectations of Q4, as many people would opt to refinance their loans with SOFI. For this reason, I am upgrading my buy rating to a strong buy. From buy to a strong buy. I don't know who this person is, but I personally believe they have more credibility than the Chia Pet and Wedbush, and probably almost anyone else. Because, guys, my bottom line is, if you agree with my opinion, if you reinforce my thinking in my thought bubble, I give a thumbs up to your opinion. If you disagree with me, I just dismiss you out of hand, because I have no critical thinking skills. I cannot process new information and new data points. Guys, of course I can. But there are no new worrying information and data points. SoFi is simply making 2% more holding the loans on their books at this time than they would selling the loans at a mark-to-market basis. SoFi does not mark their own loans. They're marked every quarter by a third party. They're done so in an extremely conservative manner. SoFi has 4.5% losses baked in from their loans. They're losing less than 3%. SoFi can make way, way more loans, billions of dollars more loans with their current credit facility. Their deposits are growing. There is no deposit flight. There are no problems with the capital ratios. They don't have to change their accounting method. It's a bunch of FUD and stupid crap, guys. The Chia Pet, he crashed the stock on purpose. He did his job. Shorts made a fortune. Retail was washed out, and retail got bent over and screwed again by dishonest, crooked, criminal market makers. These guys should all be in prison, in my opinion. In my opinion. I'm not giving you financial or legal advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I'm not a licensed attorney either, but I'd be happy to give you legal advice if you'd like, because I will use my freedom of speech to say anything, and this is not financial advice, this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Well, everyone says they're not a financial advisor and it's not financial advice, and then they give you financial advice. I give you the advice. I tell you I'm giving you the advice. I just tell you you should not listen to the advice like a lemming, like a brainless moron. You should decide for yourself, think for yourself. It's just one data point. My loud, fat opinion is just one data point. Grab it, think about it, then do your own research. Look at the data, read the earnings reports for yourself, look at the numbers, decide who's lying, decide who's telling the truth. Decide if Nodo knows his numbers better than the Chia Pet. Chia Pets are green. The Chia Pet creates red. He creates blood. He creates a massacre. And the guy is crooked crooked as hell. I don't know how I started talking about him, but I guess he's living rent-free in my mind. New debt ceiling deal, as we know, June 3rd, signed the debt into law. We'll take the debt ceiling all the way through 2025, so the market doesn't have to deal with one of these bullshit created false emergencies again. Further, SOFI would regain one of its main revenue streams. Student loan payments reduced 60 days after that student signed in law. In 2019, student loans represented 60% of SOFI's total revenue. Since student loan payments moratorium accounted for only 50%. Q1 23 deals setbacks. SOFI's work increased through personal elders. SOFI did a great job. Doctor situation, my opinion. Profitability on the rise. Now that SoFi is returning to normalized operations, access all its revenue streams. I expect to reach profitability. Q3. SoFi expects student loan payments to reach end of Q3. SoFi refinance through low. So you guys, you could see very, very clearly. I mean, this makes perfect sense. Everything's falling into place. Couldn't be more clear. Couldn't be clear as a bell. What you want to do, you want to replay that part I just read really fast, put it down to 1/5 speed and play it backwards, and then you'll get my 4 hottest stock picks for 2025 and beyond. Guys, but you have to have a lot of sophisticated audio equipment to make that happen. So only a select few of you will be able to get those picks. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations. With that in mind, SoFi was already close to profitability in Q1 and posted a net loss of $34 million. I expect this loss to decrease in Q2, as SoFi may have attracted a significant number of new customers following the regional banking exodus that covered my previous article. With the profitability on the horizon, SoFi, whether in the forecast Q4 2023 or Q3 as I expect, SoFi could make considerable gains after reaching this turning point. That's right, guys. Net profit is a huge inflection point. It is a huge... Why do I get so greasy and shiny on these live streams? My God, folks. Jeez. I expect the market to react similarly to how it responded to Palantir Technologies after it first reported a profitable quarter in Q4 2022. Guys, I just went over that turd. They're at a $34 billion market cap. They don't have the growth of SoFi. SoFi's about to be making more money than these turds. Like, SoFi's growing way faster than these turds. Palantir took 3 quarters to add 50 million to its top line. SoFi in 2 quarters added 90 million. It's growing twice as fast, guys. SoFi's a better buy. It's a better buy. It's less than 1/5 the market cap, guys, of Palantir. It makes no sense. Look at the valuation of CrowdStrike. Look at the valuation of that super turd Affirm. They don't have a super app. Their thing is super crap. It's crap. It's shit. I'm sorry, guys, about the profanity. I know the algo doesn't like profanity. Neither does my mom. But my grandma would have smacked me with her rings if she heard that. But rest in peace, grandma. That's the grandma. I'm not stealing her social security checks. That's my other grandma. That's my step grandma. My abuelita, who I love, but I need that social security check. Grandma, I need rims. I need rims. I need the rims. Break your pills in half, grandma. I need the rims. In any case, guys, technical analysis, blah, blah, blah. We've already done this till it's blue in the face, and they're talking about strong above the 250 and 21 day. I was using the 250 and 10, but same thing, all bullish. RSI's overbought. 72 MACD's upside down. I don't put any stock in those numbers because the stock never should have crashed to 450 at all. So the RSI is really kind of right back into balance where it should have been after these earnings. But if my theory is correct, SoFi achieves profitability earlier than expected in Q3. I believe this catalyst should push stock out of its... Exactly, guys. When they get that profit in Q3, I put that at 50-50. I'm probably being very conservative, as I always am. Considering the new debt ceiling deal will cause student loan payments to resume 60 days or signing law, SoFi has a number of catalysts to watch. Readers who bought share at 485 after my last article, I recommend taking profits on the run-up. SoFi is a longer-term hold for me. Risks, conclusions. Guys, I highly recommend you read this article. This basically mirrors all my exact points. I've seen ever since I started this channel, guys, whenever I get out here and I blabber, I flap my gums, I run my pie hole, I give you my 2 cents worth of free information, and it's not even worth that, guys, but I'm trying to bring you the best, most up-to-date SoFi information I possibly can with my opinions. I'm no expert on the stock market, finances. I'm certainly not licensed or qualified to give anyone any advice. I'm hardly licensed to run one of those little cappuccino carts, you guys. Little cinnamon, you want oat milk? What kind of milk? You want oat milk? You want half and half calf? I hate people with super overly complicated coffee orders. Like, enough, guys. There's 50 drinks on the menu. Order one of the drinks. You have 80 different kinds of milk. And you have half calf, you have full calf, you have quarter calf, you have quarter. Can I do? And whenever you order something, you don't have to say you're doing. You're not doing anything. You want to buy something. You want to order something. You want to select something. You're not doing anything. People who photograph their food incessantly, they're always saying, could I do like a scone, but not one of the ones you have? Like one of the ones I'd want. Like, do you have one that's vegan? Oh, they're all vegan. Oh, I'm not vegan anymore. Like right now I'm paleo, so I can only eat meat. Well, we're a bakery dipshit, so why don't you go take a picture of my little hairy ass? No, guys, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I just hate people who just do overly complicated coffee orders and hold up the line and ask for creams and types of milk that don't even exist. Do you guys have ostrich milk? Like, no, no, no. Oh, wow, that's so disappointing. I was over at Henry's Coffee, is an indie one. I'm down in Venice, and they have ostrich milk. Well, fuck off. Hit the bricks. Anyway, guys, I have no idea where I'm going with any of this. I'm just completely lost my mind. Off on a tangent. Guys, SoFi's moving again. We're sitting at $7.94, up 30 cents or 4% on the day, guys. Danny Deals just made about 15 large, and Noah Joe is off the hook, guys, if the stock keeps going up. I appreciate you, Noah Joa, being willing to loan me that your hard-earned money at those insanely high criminal loan shark interest rates. You are a saint, sir, but it looks like I don't need it because the SoFi stock's moving, and Danny Deals is in the money, and my SoFi stock is green. My average is $6.91, guys. I am firmly in the green. I'm up many, many tens of thousands of dollars on my SoFi position, and I couldn't be happier about that because I have been absolutely shitting bricks for quite a while, wondering if I had made the right. I was very confident I made the right decision, and I kept adding, I kept buying. I didn't sell any shares. But guys, let's be honest. We all have our moments of doubt when we were buying a stock at 12 and 13 bucks, and that stock hits the fours. That's gut check time, guys. That's gut check time. You guys were made for this. Like, 9 times out of 10, this stock would beat me, but not this time, not tonight, because I was born for this stock. Like, could you imagine? Okay, guys, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through the rest of the comments, give you turds the shout outs you so richly deserve, and then I am going to give one last check of the short interest and price action, and I got to stop this live stream because I have a meeting 7 minutes ago that is very important, and it is very hard to get to a meeting 7 minutes ago when you have not even stopped this idiotic live stream. And guys, I just want to point out while we're up 4%, the Nasdaq's down 81 points. S&P is flat. Dow is flat. Russell, the love muscle, was up 1.66%. Oil's up a little bit. I don't know what gold, whatever the hell else they have up here. Gold's down, silver's up, euro's up, 10-year bonds up. Great British pound is up. Japanese yen is up. Bitcoin is up. Crypto 200 is down. Nikkei is down. FTSE 100. So that's all they got, guys. I don't know. 794 right now. Guys, let's try to run through the comments. Roy, we already talked about Roy. Too many crooks. Absolutely, Roy. Yes, sir. Noah Joa. Preach it, brother. I'll try. Wait, I can't do it right now, guys. I don't want to racially appropriate my Martin Luther King impression, offend any of you delicate snowflakes out there. The realest dude on YouTube, you got it, Noah. I am so real. I'm as real as a mother and heart attack. Guys, I'm not any kind of expert. I'm just somebody who's figured out this game that market makers, I've been doing this 30 years. Market makers picked my pocket one too many times based on fear and misinformation. And I've just grown an immunity to it. It's like iocane powder. I spent 2 years developing an immunity to iocane powder, but I never had to, match wits with a Sicilian and kill him to get my girlfriend back. It just never came up. So I had all that stomach pain and developed that immunity to iocane powder for no reason. But guys, if you ever sit down across from me at a card table, you're talking stocks, you don't know which drink. Should I choose the drink in front of me or should I drink the drink in front of me? Inconceivable. Like, if you guys are a fan of The Princess Bride, I love that movie. Loved it when I was a kid, still love it today because I am not only a big Karen, but I have a softer side and not just my soft underbelly, but I do like the occasional chick flick and children's movie, and that was just a great one. You got to love Fred Savage. What's the guy's name who is the detective? He's Columbo. He's like, you want me to read the story or not? He's like, yeah, read the story. He's like, Grandpa, what happened? It's just a great movie, guys. Great movie. Robin Wright Penn, Carl Hughes. I like anyone whose name is Hughes because it's fun to say, fun to pronounce. In any case, guys, let me read these comments. Get the hell out of here. This live stream has been going on forever. Most of you have left. Most of you have come to your senses. Daniel Z, what's your probability of defeating the $8 resistance today? 100%, Daniel Z. We're going to break that shit down. I'm not messing around. UT Sab, it would become profitable in Q3 and they come up with impressive guidance. I think we'll fly. I agree. If Q3 is a net profit, we're going to shatter $10 easy. And I think it could. If a lot of shorts, all the shorts start covering, we could touch 15, no problem, guys. Don't forget the stocks run to 25 3 times. Rainer Luther Shelley, hello, Rainer Luther Shelley, the entire Luther Shelley family, your cousins, the Krabatzes down in Des Moines. I just saw Aunt Betty, and boy, she makes the best apple brown Betty in the county. We went to the fair together. Luther's doing well, Luther Jr. Rainer Luther Shelley, hello, sir. Hello, welcome and hello and welcome and hello. Harry Toe, damn, just got here. Oh well. What's up, Harry Toe? I know Harry Toe. He's one of my best supporters over on Stock. He's not my supporter. You guys aren't my supporters. You're my peers. Like, I'm absolutely nothing special. Harry Toe is probably a much more important, charming, better looking lady or gentleman than myself, and probably far more important, probably the CEO of a major corporation. So I'm no important. I'm trying to make myself up here and you guys down here. That's not it. We're all right here. We're all bumping uglies together, guys. This is a head ugly right here. Harry Toe just got down here. Chaos Perez. Un poco mas. I can't flex it for you, Chaos. I have my flannel on, but believe me, the 21-inch pythons, all I do is preacher curls. It's the fat guy special workout. The summer, I just cut all the arms off my t-shirts like Mac. I am never going to get a flat stomach because I am simply too fat and doughy. My baby fat never left. It's a crying shame. But I'm going to do that fat guy workout. I'm just going to do preacher curls till I'm blue in the face. I'm working out about 22-inch arms. I'm working out, double that on my waistline. But guys, I work the muscles I can work. I work the muscles I can show. My beach body is only arms. The rest of my beach body shall remain covered appropriately. Guys, and if you are please remember, folks of Los Angeles, if you are completely sloppy, pale, overweight, and hairy, wear an appropriate bathing suit to the beach. My office is right on the beach, literally on the pier. And guys, I'm seeing a lot of unfortunate swimsuit choices out there. Like, I don't care if you're European, if you're over 300 bills, like, no Speedo for you, guy. Your crotch and your upper thigh region, it's just way too hairy. You look like some kind of freaking extra out of Don't Mess with the Zohan. Like, just no. Just no. Let's put on some board shorts, bro. I'll buy you a pair of board shorts. Guys, we're at $7.93, up 28 cents. I still can't get through any of these comments. Un Poco Mas, you're goddamn right. Bot 101, LOL. Bot 101, I own both SOFI and Palantir. I agree, SOFI in the short term have more. Okay, I agree with you, Bot. And I own both as well. I just have a little bit of Palantir. I sold most of it. Ill-advisedly not too long ago. I made good money on it, but I wish I'd have kept it all, but still have some. That's the way it goes. I can never blame you for taking a huge profit, guys. Runs have to end sometime. You can't pick the tops and bottoms, and sometimes you got to take profits. So I ain't mad at you. I'm mad at you. Dan Deals ain't mad at you. Dan Deals never going to get mad at you for taking profits, but just don't jump in and out like a hamster. Think about what you're doing. Think about, has this run topped off? Can I get out, get into something that's a better value? I have no problem with that. As long as you think about what you're doing and you're smart and you don't act too quickly. Think about what you're doing, act deliberately, buy and sell stocks at most once a week. I'd prefer you do it, once or twice a month, and think about the moves you make. Never just buy and sell stocks wildly, clicking on things, FOMO, fear. Don't do that. Think about what you're doing. Act carefully. This is real money, guys. It's not a joke. It's your future. It's very, very important. You might say, oh, I'm only buying like $1,000. But remember, if you're like me in your 40s, maybe I'm almost 50. If you're fortunate enough to be in your 30s, your 20s, God forbid you're a teenager. Get out of here. Get off my live stream if you're a teenager. Get out there. Kiss a girl. Go do something. Go outside. Take a walk. Study trigonometry. Don't watch this live stream. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, guys, 2 a.m. There's a conference at noon today. Yeah, I think that's I forget which conference it is. Jeffries. Um, SoFi Technologies enjoying 6.8 million appreciation on $11 million investment. Yeah, that's nice action. Love some of that action. How far? Yeah, I forget which conference it is, but I remember there is another conference today. I thought it was Jeffries, but I might be wrong. I know they just did the what was it, the Chase one, or the Citibank one. I forget. These things all run together in my mind. Facts. It works for me twice already. Profits around two. Ooh, hey now, but. Party at Bot's house this weekend. Caviar, lobster tails, the whole I don't want to fit in, I'm a loner. Yeah, awesome, man. I don't want to fit in either. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But whatever. That's up to the other people. I'm not gonna try. Where I fit in is probably where I belong, and the people who like me around are probably the people I like, and that's the way it is. You can't please everybody, and you will drive yourself crazy trying. So fuck it. Don't worry about it. The key to happiness is caring more about your own happiness than what other people think of you. And that's the bottom line. Guys, you're never going to make everybody like you. You're never going to make everybody agree with you. You just have to do your thing and be a good person and make yourself happy and accomplish things and build relationships that are fulfilling for you. And if other people want to hate and, tear you down and talk shit, then let them do them, guys. But brush that shit off your shoulder. All the negativity, all the haters, all the people trying to tear you down, they got nothing to offer, guys. They're empty inside, and feel for them, lift them up, kill them with kindness, love your haters, all that stuff, guys. I'm not. I know sometimes I joke around. I call people turds. I talk about the chia pet, but I'm not for negativity, guys. Instead of hating on Wedbush, use Wedbush to your advantage, guys. Like so many of you intelligent people did. You made a ton of money, and so did I. So turn a negative into a positive. Turn your anger into something constructive. Love thy enemy. Keep, whatever they say. There's a million phrases. I don't care if it's a Bible, philosophy, whatever it is, guys. The bottom line is your unhappiness, your bitterness, your hatred, your resentments, they're only making you unhappy. So, your happiness needs to be more important than what other people think. You have to do your own thing. You have to go your own way. Facts. Noah Joa Oppenheimer just reaffirmed outperform raised price target. Yeah, yes, that's not surprising. Oppenheimer's been pretty fair on the stock. And I don't have a problem with an $8 price target right now, guys. I know that's no upside, that's no downside. But that's fair, guys. We're not making money yet. There are still some question marks out there. There are still some legitimate criticisms of SoFi. I'm not just a pumper fanboy. I also play one on TV. So I'm not going to hate on Oppenheimer for that price target. Okay, just got here. My boss didn't accept my excuse. I had a meeting with you all. Well, JKL 146, just let me know. I could talk to your boss. I can schmooze him. I can smooth things over. As long as he's stupid and gullible, he should believe Danny Deals. Chaos Rail said. Bam Media after 8. Do you think the rally's over? It just depends, Bam. It depends what happens with the overall market. It depends on what the Supreme Court says. It depends on news. I would like to see SoFi more aggressively roll out some covered calls and some other options trading strategies. Not necessarily a full suite, but I just think there's other things SoFi can do. Continue to roll out new partnerships, new products, in the insurance space, in the auto space. Some of these things can be highly profitable, and SoFi just adding some smaller products around the margins can take us from a very small loss to a very small profit in Q3, which I think would be critical. If we can it depends what you mean by rally. Right now, today, I don't think it's going to shoot, incredibly much higher than 8. I think, like I said, I think it's going to close at 804. If you watch this, I don't think this is the normal SoFi pattern where the algo can hold it because volume is still growing pretty strong. So, guys, I got to run through the rest of these comments. I have way too much work to do. Matthew Stump, Noto's going to break this damn $8 today, fireside chat. Agree with you. Let's see, guys. Payush Bhakta. Chia Pet from Wedbush is the definition of a narcissist liar. Chia Pet from Wedbush has been gaslighting SoFi since Q1. Biggest misconception of the market: price versus market cap. Absolutely, Roy. All that matters is the market cap. Like, everybody's so crying about a reverse split and money. It doesn't make any difference, guys. The market cap's the market cap. The market's telling us SoFi is worth $6 billion and Palantir's worth $35 billion. It's a fugazi. It's a bunch of crap. Don't worry about the stock price. Worry about the market cap. Exactly. Roy is a smart guy. Don't let him fool you, losing his hand bowling. He is an intelligent man, and he has a lot of good things to say. Payush, my buddy, always watching and comment on my videos. Appreciate you, Payush. Affirm, Upstart, not with SoFi. Absolutely. They don't have Nodo. Nodo's a secret weapon. Nodo is absolutely the best management of any company in the fintech space, period. Rolling on Dubs, in your non-professional opinion, where are we as far as the Friday close? Oh, God, it's really hard to say what's going to happen on Friday. If I just had to completely put a speculative number out there on Friday, I'd say we're going to be about $8.18. There you go. Payush, right when the student loans start back up, NFLC, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier, Payush. We have the perfect storm coming in Q4. If we don't make a profit in Q3, which I think is a coin flip, Q4 is a shoe-in. I think we're going to make a really nice... Roy retracted your message. You take that back, Roy. Wait, you already did, so I don't know what you said. Matthew Stump, you probably something about was it something about my weight issues, Roy? I won't accept those types of comments. No, I will. I don't care. Nodo's going to break this down at 8. Fireside chat. Payush. Someone in front of me had a hard time ordering pretzel crust pizza at Little Caesars the other day. That would piss me off, too. They never have those hot and ready pizzas ready. When I'm there, they're neither hot nor ready. I'm waiting for 10 minutes. There's nothing in that little warmer. You could get the breadsticks. How many? Do I want 3-hour-old breadsticks, or do I want that hot and ready pie you advertise on TV? False advertising. Get that pie ready. SoFi's falling off a cliff here, guys. Not surprising. They're attacking it again, back down to 780. No problem there, guys. Don't worry. This thing goes up and down like a goddamn yo-yo. Stop worrying about it. After 8, you think the rallies, oh no, Payush. Rant, baby, rant. Payush. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, Payush, but I enjoy saying your name. Bhakta. That name is a fun, awesome name to say. And also, I appreciate your comments, but I just appreciate your name as well. Weak-hand are our best friends who allow us to buy. Absolutely. Just like market makers can take advantage of weak-handed turds, so can we. Dana Deals is the new John Candy. I've heard that before, sir. I'd rather hear that than John Goodman, but, call him like you see him, Payush. Payush has about 1 million more intelligent comments here. Payush, you are not only... I don't know. I assume Payush is a man. I'm not positive about that, but just by your volume and enthusiasm and sort of your, your general tenor, I'm going to assume you're a man. Appreciate you, Payush, man or woman. Appreciate you if you're a woman as well. Harry Toe, thanks, Danny. The real deals. Guys, this is the first time I remembered it takes 2 buttons to end the live stream. Guys, I hate to end on a down note. We're on a little bit of a dip here, but the good news is the attack is coming as... I was going to say NASDAQ went up, but I forgot I moved over. NASDAQ is down even more, 120 points. Guys, don't worry. We're going to reverse right here again. We're going to bounce off of... I had our pivot point at 784, but don't worry about it, guys. We're going to go back up. We're going to close at 804. We're going to close the week at 818. All is well. Guys, it was absolutely amazing seeing all of you guys on the internet today. It was even more amazing not seeing you. Because I don't want to see all you people. You wake up like me with bedhead, funky. Your kids are a pain in the butt, yelling on their cell phones, talking about this or that. You didn't buy them the right sneakers. They need a new e-scooter. Their friends have better stuff. Their friend's Jimmy's dad's been working out. He's been getting up early. All you do is get up and drink coffee, then you have a beer. You're not doing nothing. You never even play catch with me anymore. I don't know, guys. My mental issues aside, guys. SoFi is getting pushed down. Let's see if it can hold the line here at 780 and pop back up. I think that's what's going to happen, but NASDAQ is getting killed here for some reason. Probably just, pull back. Things have been going up. Small cap stocks lagging behind mega cap tech rally. Yeah. I think people have been talking about rotation back into small cap and mid cap stocks. And of course, if that accelerates, that's only going to be more good news for SoFi. Guys, we have a lot of great catalysts coming up. We have a lot of exciting news. Other stocks that are cabbage in comparison, such as Affirm, are going nuts on news of an Amazon deal. Remember, like, how about another company that what's that stupid EV company that had that van deal that their CEO's at RJ Scringe or Scrounge or whatever the hell his name is, Rivian. They have a deal with Amazon too, and they're cabbage also. Like just having a deal with Amazon, doesn't mean anything. Buy the dip. Oh, Payush just bought more shares. God bless you, Payush. This guy is a mensch. Guys, that's about all I can do for today. No new ratings as far as I can see. Noah Joa just told me that Oppenheimer, yeah, there it is. Dominic Gabriel just reiterated the buy rating and a $8 price target for Oppenheimer. And remember, his success rate is, he has an average return successful. He's a 3-star analyst. Remember, David Chiaverini is a 0-star analyst, one of the very worst analysts on tip ranks, one of the worst analysts in the world. He has a horrible back-chested track record, probably because he's a complete phony piece of trash who doesn't give honest ratings, but crashes stocks for short sellers, allegedly. Hey guys, I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my mind. I got to get the hell out of here. Get me something nice, nutritious breakfast, such as a triple espresso, and get some actual work done. Guys, it's been the honor and joy and probably the best day of my life doing this live stream for you. If you appreciated it, do not like or subscribe or click on any of my links. Just get off your computer, go outside, take a walk, and have some fresh air. Do me that favor. Buy a few SoFi shares if you are so inclined. If not, hold the shares you have. Don't dump, you weak need pile of turds. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. It's a great day. SoFi, Danny Deals, un poco mas. Thanks for watching. For Hurricane Lopez and Stock Karen, I hope you guys have a great day. We will bring you more SoFi news and information as events warrant. Peace!